Bryce Mitchell of Arkansas is one of the best MMA fighters in the world, and also, we can say, since he's a friend, a great person. A lot of drama in his life this week. He's been called up last minute to fight at UFC 296 this weekend in Vegas. It's a fight that will define the rest of his career. He is in Las Vegas now, where we join him, training in progress. Bryce Mitchell, ladies and gentlemen, how are you feeling about this?
Brother, I'm so blessed beyond belief. It's such an honor to be here on the show. Thank you for having me. And Tucker, I've got to share a story with you. I really think it's going to flatter you. So it starts with about 4 years ago, me being a broken, lost person who needed guidance and needed wisdom, and I turned my life to Christ. Okay, so the first thing I did when I turned my life to Christ is I prayed for a wife, basically every day. And it was months and months and months, maybe even a year went by, and it was just, I could not find the right woman that I clicked with. And I'm kind of crazy, so it takes that right woman, you know what I mean?
I know the feeling.
I go on your show. Well, check this out, Tucker. I go onto your show, okay, get millions of views, the most exposure I've ever had in my life. And this really good-looking woman from Pennsylvania messages me on the internet, and she says, hey. I said, hey. We start talking, and we really bonded over our hatred of the government. And now that woman is my wife. Now she is pregnant. I'll be having a kid in 4 months, the first kid. And now here's where the story gets even better.
Here where the story even get better. So peace of the Lord to all of you. I hope my voice coming good and clear. Please let me know if you have a problem. I don't like to make videos of a reaction. I find them very stupid, even though people worship those kind of titles, like, so just put reaction, and people, they make a thump and they open their mouth, reaction, because you cannot make a reaction without opening your mouth all the way. Even Tucker Carlson, you will notice how much he opened his mouth to show that he is really impressed. This is what they call it, it's a showtime. When I saw that, I don't know who is this person, Bruce, and it sounds like he is a nice guy. He's a Christian, as he said, and he is being saved as a Christian. So nothing, we cannot say much about him, but then he starts saying things which doesn't make sense. And this is what made me go live and speak about this video, even though it's getting late. But let us see what we will hear. Please invite your friends. As you see, we did not prepare for this. I just saw this video, and I say, let me go. And maybe we'll come every day in the same time. So people who live in Asia, etc., some countries, they get a chance to join us more than usual. Let us see. So now, get this, Tucker. Bruce is going to tell you something very important.
We were arguing over what to name the kid, and he's going to be a boy. It's a boy. We couldn't pick a name, and she said to me, what do you think about the name Tucker? I said, I love that name. So my first boy's name will be Tucker. His middle name will be James, after my papa. So he'll be Tucker James Mitchell.
I love that. TJM. Get ready for the moniker. The good news, well, first of all, congratulations. Amazing. When he's in 5th grade and all the other boys realize.
What if you decide to call him Joe Biden? You will say amazing. All right. So, he decided to name his son after a trucker. Is that because he is the best example for you? Is he the most ethical? Is he the most wonderful? What is exactly motivate a person to name his son after a person? You see, if we check this guy, Tucker Carlson, he's a scumbag, like the rest. He speaks against government, but he is part of the government. All his friends are, in fact, in government. He defends Trump, right? But isn't it Trump? He was a president, and he is the head of a government. All his guests are who? Look how they fool people. They say that we are united together because of our hatred against the government, but this guy is the puppy of the government. Everyone in the government who want to win election, they brought people like Tucker Carlson so they can be in the government. Do you understand what I'm saying? He is a tool for the government, not the opposite. How many journalists there is. Hundreds of thousands in USA. How come they come to this guy? How come you want to go for a senator's position or a president, which means you want to be in the government? And then you ask for the help of such a guy, supposedly he's anti-government. So to make it simple, he is in fact working with the government. He is not against the government. He's not. If you praise him, if you say you are good, like now you say you want to name your son, you are a wonderful person. Speak one negative word about him, you will see what he will do to you. But as long as you will name your son after him, well, you are a wonderful person. And this is why you are in his show. You know, what is the qualification? I mean, how this guy, who he interview who exactly? If you look at the collection of people he interviewed, you will find something very weird. Like he just 2 months ago interviewed Andrew Tate, you know, the pimp. And now he's interviewing a guy he believes in Christ, and he take the Bible with him. I mean, what is that? And Tucker Carlson now, he is going to speak as a Christian, and he will ask him about his faith. When he was speaking to Andrew Tate, he was saying the F word every 2 seconds. So Tucker Carlson now he will switch position from the F person guy who was speaking to a pimp, his mouth was full of stinky garbage words, to a person who is a Christian now. Listen carefully what he will say.
Realize what his first name rhymes with. That's the moment where he's going to become a tough little dude.
Oh, brother, he's going to be tough. He's not going to go to school. He's going to be homeschooled, brother. And that just brings us to a great point here, because I'm going to completely homeschool him. I'm going to raise him against this culture, because this culture is destructive. It's demonic. It's satanic. And he will be homeschooled. The government will not corrupt my child. He will be unvaccinated.
But from what culture Tucker Carlson he graduated, and now he is famous, and he keeps saying the F word. So I agree with him that in schools we need to be sure what kind of a school it is, who is the teachers, so they will not fool our kids. But Tucker Carlson, what culture he graduated from? Which school he graduated from? Who is his friends? How many times he say the F word a day? You are talking to the wrong person. This guy is no different from a drug dealer. Tucker Carlson, he is just another format of drugs. People worship celebrity, and people, they follow celebrity blindly, but they don't check who they are.
He's going to learn my way of life.
What a blessed kid. If you'd said that to me 10 years.
What a blessed kid. If we play right now the interview with Andrew Tate, saying the F word every 2 seconds, suddenly Tucker Carlson, because the person speaking in front of him is speaking about Christ and how he became saved, suddenly Tucker Carlson, he say, what a blessed kid. And the bishop, let me introduce to you Bishop Tucker Carlson, disciple. He's a disciple of Jesus, you know. Do you see how the language changed? When they speak with the whore, he is a whore. He is speaking with a Christian man who holds the Bible, who he is saying clearly he's been saved by Christ. Tucker Carlson now using the word blessed. He switched from the F word to blessed. What a blessed kid. You made me cry, Tucker Carlson. You are so decent.
Years ago, I would have thought to myself, this Bryce Mitchell's a little off grid, and now I'm thinking.
By the way, if you want to make a short video of this later, maybe you can collect some videos of Tucker Carlson keep saying the F word and mix them and let people see. I don't want to play the F word videos of him. They are all over the internet, especially with Andrew Tate. So we want to see how they fool people, you know, how they fool people.
Thinking you're on the leading edge of what will be obvious to everybody in 5 years, which is this is not good, and don't expose your kids to it. That's incredible. So 4 months from now, she gives birth to your first son. Are you ready?
What we will do in 5 months, we will start watching Tucker Carlson, so my son will learn good ethic. That's it. Homeschool, my son will watch Tucker Carlson, and that will make him successful. Okay.
Ready?
I'm ready.
That's just unbelievable. So, I hope you'll pass on our congratulations to her. Was she there? Was your wife there at your last fight?
She was, yes, sir. Yeah, that one was hard for her to watch. I got my face busted up pretty good on that one.
So what does she think of that? I mean, to see her man, but now.
Look at this game. I mean, so I am a Christian person. I'm a believer. And then what I do? This is what I do for a living? I beat people and people beat me? Is that what the Christians today think of a hero or a great example? Is that how we make living? So we are talking supposedly that he is being saved by Christ. And he is now, in his fight, last fight, he took the Bible with him. And he screamed freedom. Okay. So you are saved by Christ, and then you go and you do dogs fight to make money, which means you are beating somebody you don't even know. He never harmed you. You never harmed him. Both of you are slaves of money. And you are talking about freedom? Do you see how awkward their freedom is? Do you understand what I'm saying? Is that what the freedom is? Am I really free? Both of them, they are slaves. Tucker Carlson, he is a money worshiper. He will never have enough. The other person who go and people beat him, you saw how his face looked like because of beating. And now you became a Christian. If you say you are a Muslim, I will understand. You know, Muslim Muhammad is a scumbag. He's a gang. He's a pirate. He's a thief. He have zero ethic. So how a Christian man he jump in a street fight just to make $1 million or $2 million? Is it true that in America there's no decent jobs no more? Or because I cannot accept decent job because I can have here millions of dollars. Why I want to work if I can make millions by beating up somebody? So in one hand, we speak about ethic. I'm a Christian. I'm a believer. I'm being saved by Jesus, etc. It turned to be we are the same as the Muslims, like this guy Habib's come back, you know. And this is the culture of gang. I never watched those games. I believe they are totally fake. The winner and the loser, it's a mafia who control who is going to win, who is going to lose because of gambling. So when people gamble more in one person, they make that person lose. Because if he won, the mafia, they have to pay back. You see, gambling is about what? It's about winning money. So we have only 50-50 chance of losing or winning. So the gambling machine, which is the mafia, they place two people on the stage for you, and you want to make a bet on who. So the money now start loading up. The first one, the gambling is 10 millions. The second one, the gambling is 8 millions. So if we make the 10 million lose, we make 2 million. And we take the 8 million from here, from the 10 million, give it to those who, you know. So it's a false fight. There's no fight in the fight. Same time, what is the purpose of this fight? And you know, many now Christians, they think that this is the best way to live as a Christian. I name my son Tucker Carlson, Trucker, you know, not Christian. Like he found that the name of Trucker is better for his son from the name of Christ. Like his wife, she could not find a better name to her son than a Trucker. The great influence. You know, who can beat that? All right.
She was, yes, sir. Yeah, that one was hard for her to watch. I got my face busted up pretty good on that one.
So what does she think of that? I mean, to see her man, but now the father of her son, getting pounded in public. I mean, can she handle that?
It actually bothers my mom more. My mom can't stand it. She can't watch or nothing. My wife don't really like it, but she also knows that's how that son is going to have a great life. That's how she's going to have a great life. And for my family, there's just not a...
There is a smart person, he is saying, will God, he wrestle in the Bible. Well, this is your understanding because you are a fool like Muhammad. The verses have nothing to do with wrestling and fighting. You are an idiot. This is about testing Jacob to see if he is a person who can stand the test. It's a test of God. It's called struggle with God. Depending on translation, you see it. But you're an idiot. This is not UFC fight for money, and there's no fight. So silly people like you read the Bible in the way that you see it. For us, we laugh at you. And this is a great example how foolish people are. They take a phrase from the Bible and they try to make it something else. Very, very silly and very stupid and very low class. Continue.
Unless if I win the lottery, there's not a foreseeable way out of poverty.
Okay, so if you do not win the lottery, you see the wisdom now? Do you see the wisdom we learned from Tucker Carlson show? That unless you won the lottery, you are not going to go out of a poverty. Is that true? So now all American, they have to win the lottery or they have to learn how to beat people in the street? Is that the message of a Christ he gave it to you? Do you see the stupidity? Why, you are a young man and you obviously are a strong man. You are very strong, not only strong. So how many people they are in this country living a nice life and they are not in a poverty? In fact, in this country, if you know how to do plumbing, you are rich. Plumbing, not doctor, not engineer. I called a plumber to come to my house. He said $75 an hour. An hour. This was many years ago. An hour. I said, how many hours will it take you? He said, I don't know. We will see. So I said, oh, to myself, oh man, the guy, he will stop his truck in the front of my house and I will start marking minutes, scared of what the bill will be at the end of the day. So instead of fixing the faucet, which is very hard to fix because it's go inside the wall, I don't want to break the wall, but I said to myself, you know what? It's going to cost me if I bring him a new wall. Anyway, he will crack the wall. I will crack it. So I terminated my order from this $75 an hour. $75. I mean, what? I study bachelor in law, master degree, etc., and then I don't make the $75. So how in the world we say to the people who we are teaching them about Christ that we cannot get out of a poverty unless we won the lotto or we do fight people in the street, join gang? And here, this is what actually made me decide to go live, because this is a poisoned message, always located in Tucker Carlson's program. Your son, your teenage, will be watching this program. And what he will say, look what I learned. The wisdom of Andrew Tate. Stop watching porn, do porn. Do you remember? So Andrew Tate, he advised people, stop watching porn, do porn. So instead of you being the one who watch porn, what about you open a porn company? You idiot. And those are the ones who want to teach your children the good ethic in the future. And Tucker Carlson, yeah, I agree, you're right. Here we go, Tucker Carlson himself, he joined the gang, I mean, yeah. Do you know how much money he makes? He's very humble. By the way, all his work is for the sake of the nation. It's charity. It's just pure charity. You see the program for free. Absolutely. You know. So uh, words go through this person, this gentleman, Bruce, obviously is not educated. He's just an average American, maybe high school. And this is what now he learned from the culture around him, Tucker Carlson culture. You will not get out of poverty unless you do something extreme, beating people. What about bank robbery? And do Tucker Carlson, he says to him, advise him, so there is many ways. There is hard-working people, you can get a school education, like a high school education, join like a year certificate for plumbing or air conditioning, or I mean, there's many profession, and you will make good money, very good money. You do not need to win the lotto. No, you don't. You will have a good life. And your family will respect you. He was asking him how your wife she feel. I mean, you go to the fight, you come back, and your eyes like the eyes of a frog, and your nose is like the nose of an eggplant. And what is the excuse is, I'm making money for you, so you can live a good life. By the way, I like to see men act like men. So we are not against a person to train how to fight and defend, but you train to fight, not to beat people. You train to fight to defend people. Here the purpose is missed. The purpose is evil. The purpose is money. So we trained not because we want to defend our family or our people. We fight to fight against our people, because the other person you are fighting with is just from your people mostly. And even if it's from different country, it doesn't make any difference. It's just for the sake of money. Let us hear more.
Yes.
Other than fighting.
I remember we were having dinner once, and you said to me, we were talking about how you get your head in the right place to fight, and it's a whole process. I thought it was really interesting, but one of the things you said was the woman you're with really makes a difference, and you've seen fighters.
You notice here, Tucker Carlson, he says, I remember once we were having dinner. Is Tucker Carlson willing to have dinner with you? Any of you his fan? Or he have dinner with this guy because he's a subject of money, and he will make money from having him in his show? How many of people who watch Tucker Carlson is willing to have a dinner with them? What's exactly made them meet together, bond together for a dinner? Charity work? The value? The business? So they made the show sound like they never, Tucker, listen, I'm going to name my son after you. I have a news for you, but you just had a dinner with him. Do you see how fake the news is? You just had, I'm sure, the dinner was maybe a day or 2 days before you invite him. So now they want to put it in the show, agree to put it in the show. So when you call me, don't forget to mention that you are going to name your son after me, and I will open my mouth like, wow, really? You have a news for me? What? No way. You will name your son like me? After me? I can't believe it. And people believe. It's a show. Okay. Like Tucker Carlson was really shocked.
Basically become weak inside because the woman they're with, and then just get crushed. How has your marriage changed your fighting?
Well, it's just
Look now, Tucker Carlson, he is suddenly, not only he is a political advisor, he is Dr. Phil. He is now want to be sure to check if the marriage is healthy. He is going to investigate the guy to see how his relationship in the bedroom going with his wife. how your wife she feel after you come back from the fight and your face look like this. Is she willing to kiss you? Is she still love you? Tucker Carlson, he is really so much care for, he's very caring, you know. He's a Dr. Phil. He have a new name, Dr. Phil. May Allah bless you. The devil Allah.
Inspired me and motivated me every single day. She pushes me to new limits that, you know, I didn't even know that I was capable of. And she holds me to a higher standard. She won't allow me to be lazy. You know, and this relates to that too. I think that the toughest opponent any male fighter will ever have is women and alcohol. I promise you.
Yes.
They've defeated more male fighters.
What about Tucker Carlson? The celebrity people you watch and you worship. This guy, Chameleon, he is saying, CP just being a hater and putting words in the trucker mouth. And my friend, I do not need to put words. This is what's your business with his wife now? But I would, you know, the whole story is very simple. The guy, he have no value. He's just a UFC fighter. So what they would talk about? So the topic is stupid. The guest is nobody. It's just somebody do kicking. And now because the topic is stupid, and I am a Tucker Carlson who is trying to be smart, I ask questions, useful or useless. How your wife she feel about what is that? This is the guy you are waiting for his show to tell you about how to fight the government. What this is? Simply, you know, he checked the trend. What is the trend? We go to the trend of Google. People talking about this guy. Let us invite this guy. It doesn't matter who's the guy. He's good, he's bad. People talk about Andrew Tate, we bring Andrew Tate. People they speak about a whore, we bring the whore. People speak about this good guy, we bring the good guy. But what we have to share in common, nothing. And what the topic exactly? After watching all this program, what we learn? Anyone can tell me? What we are learning from this conversation? Nothing. We learn something evil, that you cannot get out of a poverty either by winning the lotto or using your hands to fight and beat people. This is what he said. This is the only phrase we heard. It's so open, so clear. And Tucker Carlson, he did not say this is wrong. Look at me. I'm not even fighting with my hands. I'm fighting with my tongue like a lizard.
Fighters than any other person combined.
Yes, that is 100% true. You're not a drinker, but you started this as a single man, and now you're a married man. And you think it's been a net plus for your fighting.
Absolutely, brother. I mean, she cooks my food, and so I...
Notice this person, as a Christian, he is calling this idiot a brother. Well, is he your brother in Christ, really? When the last time Tucker Carlson, he says he is a believer? What make him a brotherhood for you? Nothing. Brother? Calling Tucker Carlson brother? Why? Do he have a cross in the back of his shelf? Do he preach the gospel when he speak? Do he say that the one who will save us from the evil government of America is Christ? Have you ever heard him saying that? No, he opposed just to be famous. If you say yes, he say no. If you say no, he say yes. As simple as that. This is the method. It's like, you know, like an Arab guy, my cousin, he was driving in the highway. So he had the radio on, and he heard in the radio a crazy man driving in the highway in the wrong direction. Mayday, mayday. My cousin, he was laughing at those Americans. He says, you know, the Arab people, you know. He said to himself, stupid American. What one? Say two, say three, say four, say five, say six. He started counting how many people going in the wrong direction. because he is the one is going the wrong direction. But he, in his mind, he is the one in the right direction. Tucker Carlson, he understands the game. If you want to be in the FM radio, you have to go in the wrong direction so you will be unique. If millions of people drove in the right direction every day, and one person, which one the radio station will report? The one who is in the wrong direction. The whole nation will hear about him. So they use that as a method to gain publicity, and this is how he won his publicity. And you will notice that they have no dignity. He can switch side, depend in what will make him more popular. So in one hand, Tucker Carlson speak about corruption, against corruption. Then he go interview Andrew Tate, a guy who have videos of himself saying, hundred of them, that he corrupt women. And he fly all the way to Romania. The guy is under arrest at home. He fly all the way to Romania to meet a person he is accused of rape. Regardless if the accusation is true or not, the court will find out. But then he try his best to shine the image of this criminal, who he said 1,000 times, if not 10,000 times, that he bring girls who never have any work with the prostitution. He made them feel that they are in love with him, and he told him, if you love me, you open your legs. He said in his videos that he cheat on them, he make money from them, he tell them he have to pay tax 50% and he don't never pay tax, all kind of lies. And then all of this did not stop Tucker Carlson from seeing Andrew Tate as a decent man. Why? Because they are from the same equality. Other person in the chat saying, I want to show you an example of stupidity. I'm not insulting you, my friend. You see, I'm being friendly to you. I'm not saying a friend to insult you. I'm saying a friend to ease your pain. So this gentleman here, he's a Muslim and a truth seeker. Truth seeker, look, guys, a Muslim now is defending Tucker Carlson. Can you believe it? Exactly what I'm talking about. Those people, they are scammers. They have no shame and they have no God. So suddenly, a truth seeker who is a Muslim, he is against attacking people, when all his religion is about attacking people and raping them and killing them and stealing their money. Isn't it your prophet who says, I've been commanded to kill all mankind until they convert to Islam and say Shahada, and they accept me as a prophet, otherwise their blood and their money is lawful for me, and their women and their children, which means he will rape them. So a rapist Muslim is schooling me about how not to judge. Well, as I know, your God keeps saying the kuffar are pigs, monkeys, filthy, liars, hypocrite, and now you are telling me about not to judge. Look, he's a Buddhist. Truth seeker who is a Muslim terrorist, he is telling me, because he followed a terrorist, his name is Muhammad, he is telling me not to judge people. If we go check his post in Twitter about Israel, what we will see? Genocide to the Jews. Anyway, but this is one of the irony, exactly what we are talking about. Those people who have no dignity, they switch side based on the benefit, not based on the ethic. So, truth seeker is a Muslim, and his name is truth seeker, and he followed Muhammad, who promised him endless peanuts, because this is the truth. I mean, isn't it obvious? Think about it. Who we should follow? There's many names in this earth, big religions, like Buddha. Buddha did not promise us endless peanuts. Truth seeker, he knew that. So he said, no way I will follow Buddhas. Look, even have a big belly. No way. He looked like he's going to deliver a baby tomorrow. What about Christ? Oh, Christ, he's nice, but he's too nice. We Muslims, we like, killing, stealing. We don't want to follow Christ. He don't fit with us. There's virgins. There's women we kidnap from their husband. There's some Jews, we attack them in their homes, and we take them and we raid them in the truck, and we take them in videos. We cannot do that with the Christ. So there is another name who is Muhammad, and he taught us not to judge people, just to rape them. Don't judge them. Don't stare at her ass. Just grab the ass. Very practical, ethical religion. So now they come and they school you about judgment. When you see this post, you will think the guy is talking as a Christian, like. So if we continue, we will find that there's nothing there really good. And this man actually, I say to this gentleman, Bruce, you are being fooled by someone like Tucker Carlson. He's using you. They will not let you in their show unless they can use you and make money from you. Anyone disagree? Anyone disagree with me that this gentleman is invited by Tucker Carlson so he can use him? Who is using who? Remember, Tucker Carlson, he is a person. His livelihood is from those shows. Bruce is not. So who is the one getting the benefit from the show? And why he invited him? The person he hold the Bible with him, he say, I'm free by Christ. What that have to do with Tucker Carlson? When the last time we saw a video of Tucker Carlson speaking about being free by Christ, and he is a Bible supporter?
I can go do more stuff and not have to worry about cooking food, and she just organizes my life for me, just makes everything easier.
Yeah. Well, there's really nothing better than a good woman, I will say, since I'm married to one. I know. So at the end of your last fight, you held the Bible aloft. That was...
Look at Tucker Carlson. Man, he is the man of God. Tucker Carlson, now he will turn to Mother Teresa. This is an image you never saw before of a Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson, he have to mention that this person, he hold the Bible because Tucker Carlson himself is a true believer in Christ. Hey, Tucker, how come you don't have a Bible in your hand? And you never spoke about yourself as a believer. How come you defend Putin, who is killing Christians, you idiot? And his soldiers raping women, you donkey? How come you never spoke against Khadarov, who is a drug dealer? You is so excited because the guy, he hold the Bible in his hand, and it's a moment of what?
Easier.
Yeah. Well, there's
Wow.
really nothing better than a good woman, I will say, since I'm married to one.
Yeah, guys, nothing better than a good woman since I'm married to one. I wish there is a hiding camera in your house to see what's going on. I can tell your wife, she is really enjoying a husband like you.
I know. So at the end of your last fight, you held the Bible aloft. That was, I mean, the fight was amazing. The statement that you made after the fight was every bit as amazing. Tell us what you said and why you said it.
Well, I held up the Bible and I yelled freedom.
So I held the Bible and I yelled the freedom. This is what the Muslims do. Short time. Freedom from what? You're just being beaten in the top of the stage to make money. Are you free? And next week you will come back to be beaten again to make money. Are you free? Is that what the freedom is about? So you bring a Holy Bible to a dirty stage, claiming that you are a Christian. What is this? This is what the Muslims do. It's a showtime. You bring the name of a Christ to a stage where gangs is controlling it, a place where you make money from beating people. Is that what Jesus says to you? This is the message we receive from someone like Tucker Carlson show. Tucker Carlson, he found what he did holding the Bible is very interesting. But wow, what a disgusting movement. Look who is on the stage. Christ is on the stage of UFC. It's a blessing for whom? Is it a blessing for Christ or it's a blessing for the stage? This is what happened to you when you watch Tucker Carlson. His show is full of wisdom. It's all about wisdom. And he absolutely supports Christianity. This is why he supports Andrew Tate, who's making fun of Christianity. And he's a pimp. And he interviews all kinds of whores and false politicians to school us about ethic. You know, the funny is that in Tucker Carlson's show, everyone he don't agree with is corrupt. Everyone he agree with, or let's say they like him, he is not corrupt. But if we check, when the last time Tucker Carlson he mentioned that the son of a Trump, his son-in-law, it is how convenient that it happened mysteriously that after Trump he went in the front of the White House, said Qatar have to stop supporting terrorism. 2 weeks after Qatar rented his building for $1 billion. Do you think really Tucker Carlson never heard of this? He heard of this guy who is nobody. But he not heard that Trump and his family are corrupt to the bones. Remember, I voted for Trump too. Don't think I'm against Trump, but I say the truth. I voted for him because we have no choice. They bring us 2 donkeys. One will hit you in the balls, the other one will hit you in the head. Choose which one. Both of them, they will hit you. So how come Tucker Carlson, he never spoke about $1 billion payment of rent for the coming 99 years of the son of Trump? Who wanna rent my house for the coming 99 years? I mean, this is the best investment. Just buy a house. Don't pay mortgage. Don't pay it, you know. Rent the house for the coming 99 years and they will pay you in now. They did not say we will pay you every month for the coming. No, now, all the money now. So now I can take the $1 billion and I can buy 10 property. Isn't it obvious that this is a bribe? Big bribe. Tucker Carlson never mentioned it. It's a scam. Is that the influence we want for our children? And because most of us are emotional, the one who support Trump, he go crazy now. Look, what are you talking? How shame on you? Trump is a good guy. No, he's not. He's good compared to the sewage of Biden, maybe. But he is from the same sewage. When Trump, he says, I donate my salary. He don't want my salary as a president. I mean, look how they try to fool us. So you spend hundreds of millions of dollars and you cheat. You sell hats and t-shirts made in China to make America great again. You cannot attend his program unless you pay. And then you donate your salary. How much your salary as a president? This guy, he spent more in his in a day, more than all the salary of president. So they make billions of dollars from being. This is why actually they are fighting to be in the government, not because it's a job they want to do. It's not because they want to serve you, but because they will get so rich. Everybody fighting for this position. Do you know what kind of gifts they receive from kings legally? What kind of a deal behind the scene will happen? Who knows what Joe Biden he own now? Where? We don't know. Make this deal happen. President, he is a president. Same for Trump. So they manipulate the truth. Trump, he did the same thing. He held the Bible in front of a church. Suddenly, Trump is a Christian now, and he is a believer, and he is defending the Bible. A guy who is a playboy. Did he repent? Or he is still the same? The same person. Playboy show. We fool people. We manipulate the truth. We make it upside down, and then we claim that we are the right, we are the the faithful of the nation. We are the one who support America. If you go check now, right, Tucker Carlson, you will see every single video he supports Russia. Okay, hold on. How Tucker Carlson, who love America, support Russia? I did not get it. If there is anyone of those who support Carlson, can explain to me? What is the relationship? Tucker Carlson, he made a video saying that the reason they are attacking Russia because this is the only Christian country. The only Christian country is Russia now. The KGB Putin, suddenly, he is St. Peter. This is the reason. I mean, if you hear this sentence from somebody who is not educated, it's okay. I mean, people, not everybody has the same level of education. But Tucker Carlson, he say, and you can search the video right now, the reason they attack Russia because this is the only Christian nation. So the Christian nation, they bring Kadyrov, who is a Muslim terrorist, drug dealer, to kill Ukrainian. And this is to prove that Russia is a Christian nation? It's not because Russia want to take the land of their neighbors. It's not like what the Russians are doing with Georgia, the Russians doing with Armenia. Look what Putin did with Armenian. He allowed Azerbaijan to occupy their land. The foolish Armenian, they believed him. They trusted him. They said, we do not need to have a strong army. The Russian will protect us. Azerbaijan came. Since Putin is in charge, he have a deal with them because now he need to smuggle his oil and gas. So the Russian, they give their oil to Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan, they say it as Azerbaijani oil. European, they take Russian oil, but they purchase it from Azerbaijan. So he sold the Armenian. He sold the life of tens of thousands. Huge territory in the size of Armenia being given right now to the enemy. And Putin is watching. He did nothing. And all of us, we knew that Azerbaijan will not dare for a second to attack Armenia if Putin says no. It is the fact. So everything they do, everything they say is the opposite of what they stand for. They are evil. They have nothing to do with Christianity. This person, I do not know him. I'm not saying he's evil. I'm saying that this person is an average American, who is not educated, obviously. And he learned that to be rich is by this. And now he think that he is being a Christian by bringing the Bible to a stage. If you are debating someone from different religion and you won the debate, then I will say, okay, well, you know what? You fit there. I mean, your purpose of life is the Bible. But you are not in the stage for the Bible. I don't know for how long we will listen to those people, like Carson, and for how long people will listen to someone like Andrew Tate, who is nothing but a pimp, and they will learn their wisdom from such a scam.
And the reason I did that is because nothing has set me free like Jesus Christ. And I know that sounds like a contradiction to people who do not worship Jesus Christ, because you look at Christianity and you say, okay, well, now these people, these Christians, they have to live by rules. And you would think that the rules make you enslaved. But let me tell you the truth. Your sin is what you are a slave to. Your sin will enslave you. And only Jesus Christ, focusing on something much more important than yourself, will set you free from that sin. And of course, Jesus has a list of rules that you need to live by. But those rules lead to your prosperity. They will give you the freedom if you live by those rules.
Are you living by the rules of Jesus to have a prosperity? Like, do you wake up in the morning, you bought a land, you do farming, God bless you, you pray before you start working, you pray before you are eating, you pray before harvesting, and now you are free from the rules? Is that what you do for a living? Is that true? In fact, the Bible don't give you rules. The Bible never give you rules. The Bible give you a choice, not rules. So, killing is a choice. Not to kill is a choice. Murdering is a choice. Not to murder is a choice. Stealing, robbing, raping, whatever you name it, it's a choice. The Bible is not forcing rules. We don't have a government. It's called the Bible government. This is why it's not a rule. It is a choice. Rule is something forced on you. You like it, you don't like it. You know, across the street, you have to wait until it's green. You stop when it's red. You pass on the red, you get a penalty. That is rules. So now you come into Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson, look how Tucker Carlson is so impressed. He's a believer, Tucker Carlson. He go by the rules. He go by the rules of the Bible. Okay.
Rules. And so I wanted to let people know that Christianity has set me free.
How did you come to this? Like,
How you come to this? Christianity set me free, and now I am beating people to make money. Do you see how Christianity set me free? Have you ever heard of something more awkward than this? So now we claim that I am free, and Christianity is the reason, and now my profession is to beat people and make money. And this is how Christianity set me free. It's so clear that this is what Jesus teach. It's obvious. I mean, come on. This is absolutely on the line of the Bible. And you notice here, Tucker Carlson, how much he is submissive. He agree. How you come to this? Like, how you come to this wisdom? Look at the mouth of Tucker Carlson. Do you notice, like, how you become so wise?
To live by. But those rules lead to your prosperity. They will give you the freedom if you live by those rules. And so I wanted to let people know that Christianity has set me free.
how did you come to this? Like, what was the moment when you realized that was true?
Well, I basically instantly realized it when I became a Christian. Now, when I decided I was going to hold up the Bible, that was because I took a really bad loss, and I was deep in prayer, and I was telling God, I said to God, I trust you. I don't know why I just took that loss. I don't know why. And it was a miserable loss. I looked pathetic out there. I just didn't fight good. I was sick, didn't fight good. Anyways.
Here you notice another fabrication of misunderstanding of the Bible. I saw somebody in the chat saying, this is a sport, CP. No, this is not sport. This is not sport. Sport is something you don't do for money. Sport, any game you play, it's for money, it's not sport. That is a profession. Sport is something you do for physical gain, not money gain. Like when I joined the army, they say the first thing they say to you, uh, all the sport you do or the action you do, like the training you do, is for you. You gain it, not us. That's true. Because you need to survive. You're in the army now. So people, they manipulate the words and they use them as they wish. Suddenly now this is sport. This is not sport. If I open a school to train people how to fight, to defend themselves, not to beat each other and make money, that is a sport. If we play football for the sake of it, fun, without making money, that is a sport. If we run the marathon as a challenge, who can run more, so we can encourage people to practice more, so you can do it without money, then that is a sport. But there's no sport in this world today. Every sport is a mafia game. When they took the game of the football to Qatar, all of you heard about how they bribe the FIFA. It's just a mafia, big business, huge, huge business, a scary business, billions and trillions of dollars. And you are telling me this is sport? The UFC is the same, gangs. This is gang business. And now we claim that I am a free by Christ. And Tucker Carlson, he said, I agree with him. How you come to this truth? Like you say, how you come to this truth? So now the truth of Jesus is connected to UFC. And the guy, he is telling God, God, I trust you. You trust to do what? So I can beat the other guy and make money? Do you understand how they corrupt your mind and your children's mind? So now I said, God, I trust you. Trust you in what? You will make me win against this guy, so I will make a couple of millions of dollars. And then I will buy a nice villa and a big car, and my wife, she will be so happy. And I will have a big screen TV, and that will make Jesus happy. Can you believe it? This is what they are teaching your children. This is why I always say Tucker Carlson show is nothing but poison. They speak about the woke culture. This is the woke culture. Tucker Carlson himself is the woke culture. But it's just the other side of the coin. It's just other color of the coin. But it's the same garbage. They color the object based in the color you like. Like what color you like? Or what color make you angry? This is what the wisdom they are trying to bring to us. But this is not, there is no wisdom in this wisdom. There is nothing but evil. Somebody's saying, what's your reply to me? I don't know. Your reply what? What that guy did is like mocking the Bible. Oh, okay. All right. Why I need to reply to you? You said a statement. I agree with it. Do I need to reply? Usually we reply if somebody we don't agree with him. But if somebody agree with us, reply to what? So, you bring your kids, they watch this program, and many they like this UFC thing, and now they are taking culture and religion. Even the Bible now is taught by UFC fighter. And he understand that his freedom given to him by Jesus, so he now in the stage beating people to make money. Are you sure you are not reading the Quran? And look at our program. Yeah, for sure, I'm coming very late in USA time. But if I am a person who support Tucker Carlson and this UFC, way more people will be here. So obviously, Christian Prince is not doing good, let us say, trend, not doing good marketing. You wanna be in the market? Well, you have to go with the trend. The people who watch your videos, usually they are the one who support Tucker Carlson, but you are speaking against him. That will make you lose audience, but who cares? We are here to gain the truth, not to gain numbers. We will say the truth, doesn't matter who want to listen, who accept, and who reject. But those people, they are not giving us any good message. Not for our kids, not for your family. Nothing good. Actually, it's evil. When this guy, he said nothing will make him go out of a poverty unless he do this or won the lotto. Is that true? What poverty mean? Trust me, always you will be in poverty. After you make millions of dollars, still you think you are not in poverty, you are. Because when you are a person who own millions, you start spending as somebody who own millions. And then you find that the money you have is less and not enough. So what do? You are in poverty now. So you work harder. Let us beat more people so we can make more millions. And the more millions we make, the more we spend. We never get rich. Even though we have $1 billion, because in our mind, we are short of money. I want to buy brand new cars, 5, 7, 8 cars in my garage. Is that enough? No, I want to buy more. You will see all the frauds, all the scumbags in the world. They do the same act. Tons of cars, all of them is to attract women. All of them is a flashy, to get attention. Doesn't matter how much money. Michael Jackson, he died poor. Do you know that Michael Jackson, when he died, the Emirati government, they were going to force him to convert to Islam unless he pays $6 million immediately. They invited him to Emirat. And they told him everything on us. Well, you're welcome. The guy, he got it. Okay, everything on us. He stayed in the hotel many months in Emirat for free. The whole suite for him. He do shopping, he pay nothing. The driver just pick up the stuff and he sent to America. His friends, his girlfriends, everybody, he sent, money, just buy. And then he said to him, listen, this is the bill. If you want us not to take you to court, pay us. Or you can just wipe it out by converting to Islam. He was going to convert to Islam a week after. And he died before he does that. So Michael Jackson, with all the money he was making, he died poor, bankrupt. Why? Because they spend money more than they make. So all of us, we will be always poor as long as we have a wrong lifestyle. There's one of us, he is willing to eat a piece of bread and whatever the Lord he provide him in the table, and he is happy and he is appreciating what he have. And there's one of us, he will not accept unless he is going to 7-star hotels, not 5. And there's tons of servants and all kind of fancy food, which is the same at the end of the day. You eat, he eat, the poor eat, you have full. All what we need is a full stomach. And we cannot fill it more, it can be filled. So we work all our life to make more money, and we convince ourselves that this is the way to be successful. So now, the whole show here is to present for you success. Success is you hold the Bible, you claim to be Christian, and Jesus, he freed me. And what I'm doing, I'm beating people. Not beating people in a war, like to defend my country, which is an honorable thing. No, I'm beating people to make money. And Tucker Carlson is the one who is leading the wisdom. He agreed with him. Yesterday, 2 women killed in a church by the IDF. How come nobody report how many Christians killed by Hamas for the last 20 years? How come we never heard of somebody speaking about how Hamas, they cut the throat of a Christian man for selling Bible in his library? Guys, IDF, they killed 2 women. It's a war zone. But you know, this is how hypocrite those people are. Israel is killing Christians, brother. The whole Middle East is slaughtered by Muslims. And now Israel is the problem. They took our Constantinia, they took our churches, they took Damascus, they took Iraq, they took Egypt, they took everywhere. And the ADF, they killed 2 Christian women. You see, bad, disgusting. We Muslims, we defend Christians. I made a video many years ago. I don't know if how many of you saw it. It's called "The Beauty of Hamas and the Ugliness of Israel." Now, this is one of the method of deception. You know how deception work in this earth. Because the title sound like what? I'm defending Hamas. I woke up in the morning. I have like a 500, 600,000 view in one night, not even one day. Why? The title is "The Beauty of Hamas, the Ugliness of Israel," but the subject is the opposite. In the video, I showed how Hamas are throwing Muslims from the top of the roof just because they are from the party of Yasser Arafat. Israel never did that. When the last time you heard of them reporting this? Nobody talk about it. And this is again how awkward this world is. If my video supporting stupid people, evil people, I will have millions of views. If I make a thumb and my mouth is open, Tucker Carlson says that reaction video, you will see how people will come like rats. This is the truth. Look how many people watching the video. A girl, she is doing lipstick show, she will have more. 20 times more, what more? So if you want to be successful in this culture today, you have to be a liar, you have to be a fraud, and you have to understand what people like to hear. Tucker Carlson, you understand, people are angry. Those supporters of Trump, they are angry from the government, and I'm angry too from such a thing is happening. So he take advantage of me to say, I am the one who will be your voice. Is he? He is the voice of government, in fact. You see in the Middle East what they do, and those who are Middle Eastern, they will understand me. American, they will not. In the Middle East, they bring a famous actor, and they tell him you need to make let us say a series, drama or comedy against the government. But who is the one asking him to do that? The government. The government, they bring a person, he is famous, to speak against the government. It's hard to believe. The reason they do that, they make it like a comedy, and people laugh, and people forget about it. Oh, it's, you know, he say we have a freedom. Look, we are talking about, we have a good government. But the fact he is the one hired by the government. All the friends of a Tucker Carlson are in the government. Senators, congressmen, policemen. Yet he claims he is against the government. Is you? Are you? If a president, if a Trump become a president, is he out of the government or he is the government? Are we really against the government? It's a fraud. They are not. Is he against the government of Putin? Go watch his videos. He sponsors Putin and everything. And Putin is a dictator. Putin is a dictator. Anyone who speak against him, he go missing. Literally. The second person speak against Putin, even if he is from his best criminals, like Wagner leader. 2 months after he spoke, he want to do something to Putin, the guy went missing. Airplane explosion. Look how convenient it is. So, but Tucker Carlson, he is a person who supports freedom. But if you are in Russia and you say war, the word war, you are arrested. You have to say operation. A priest, he said the word war. He posted in his website, we pray that this war will be over. Right away they arrested the priest because he said the word war. You cannot say it. Putin said this is operation. You see how much of freedom? So Tucker Carlson, who wants your freedom, and he is against the government. So he is against the government here, and he supports the government there. Are you with me, people? If you are a person who sponsored the freedom, freedom does not have a location. And you oppose anyone who opposes freedom. But this is not what you do. They are false people. But, you know, I'm sure there's many people will make a very bad comment about what I am saying. But who care? You know, we say what we believe is true. Being an idiot doesn't make you smart. And we are now in the culture of idiot from both Democrat and Republican. Republican in America, you see, but this is an example, by the way, for all society, not only American society. Everywhere in the world, there is parties, you know, that label. People label themselves with something. And, you know, for sure, every one of us will say, I'm right. Like now, for sure, I'm claiming that I'm right? This is very normal. But the abnormal is that I change what is right to be wrong just because I change the name of the person, which we call it hypocrisy. It's like if your son do fornication, we should kill your son. If my son do fornication, he's, you know, he was tempted, you know, he's, you know. Just a change in the name and the location, we change our opinion, which means our opinion is not based on any ethic. It's just a pure business. Let's continue with this.
I'll get to redeem myself. But the point is I talked to God and I said, God, how can I show these people off of a lost that I trust you more? And God said, you could hold up the Bible. That would let them know.
Look how he made Tucker Carlson happy, unbelievable. The same laugh when he spoke to Andrew Tate and he mentioned the Quran, the book when I killed the Christians and the Jews. He is so excited. Hey, Tucker Carlson, what do you think about Andrew Tate? He want to kill the Jews in the free Palestine. Isn't it this is your guy? So what, I mean, what those people stand for? How you can be agreeing with both sides? The one who want to kill the Jews and the Christians, and the one who is, look how happy he is. I mean, is that possible? Is that what they call it, double agent? Is that Musab Hassan, the son of Hamas? So he was an agent for Hamas and he was an agent for Israel? How he get excited by both, but they are the enemies. How in America this guy is against Ilhan Omar and what her name Talib, those congresswomen, they call them the squad. In fact, they are supporting terrorists, as we know. How he is against them there, but he support them in your Romania and Andrew Tate's. They are the same. They agree totally, 100%. People, are you listening to me? I challenge you to find me one thing Andrew Tate don't agree with Ilhan Omar. I challenge you to find me one thing Andrew Tate, the Muslim, don't agree with Talib, so-called Palestinian congresswoman. Just find me one thing. So how would Tucker Carlson, he is the enemy of Ilhan Omar in USA, but he is the best friend of Andrew Tate in Romania? Are we listening, people? Are we using our mind, our brain, which God gave us as a gift? Isn't it? This is the most weird, stupid thing ever you heard? But people don't want to think. People don't want to think. People, they want to just entertainment. People just want entertainment. Oh, Tucker Carlson, he is going to get them busted. Let us see what he say. Bring the chips. Our life is a chips, barbecue, Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson die, and new Tucker Carlson will come. Somebody is smart. He can fool us. Why Tucker Carlson now don't make a video against what Andrew Tate said about Israel? Hey, Tucker Carlson, are you against Israel or with Israel? How it could be? How would imagine a Christian prince is welcomed by Andrew Tate to have interview with him? That would be the most funny thing ever, right? Imagine Christian prince support Andrew Tate. So he fight Islam on his program, but he agree with Andrew Tate? What? We fight terrorists. Oh, you agree with the one support terrorism? How that can be? But it can happen because we have a culture of donkeys. Education is in the floor. Intelligence is gone. Is replaced now by TikTok. You know, when one of you sent me the video of this guy who about Uthman, he's taking his wife. I don't use this TikTok. I would never install those apps in my phone. Right away, I mean, I saw crazy videos. Right away, I'm flipping like, what? Where is the by mistake? I click and the video is gone. So I was like trying to look for it, and a woman, she is making a challenge to put cottons in her nose. Who can push more cottons? I mean, look at this. I mean, do you see we are educating our kids how to push cottons in our nose? I was very thankful she is not pushing it somewhere else. So now your kid who is not educated, he go to TikTok and he learns something useful. How much cotton? And then you go, you look for the tissues in the bathroom. Where did they go? Hey, honey, where's the tissues? Oh, your kids, they were making a challenge in TikTok to push cotton in their nose. A very stupid culture. I saw even presidents who want to put an icy water in his head. George Bush, Obama. I mean, look how silly, stupid. Those are presidents. Those are the leaders of a nation. What are you doing? A challenge in TikTok to put ice in your head? It's not about challenge who want to cut the grass of the neighbor, an old woman. Let us help somebody. He is poor. No, it's a challenge to put water in our head. I mean, do you see how life is challenging? And now, Carson, he is so excited of what this guy he did. Yeah. You know, Lord have mercy.
But the point is I talked to God and I said, God, how can I show these people off of a lost that I trust you more?
That's it. Do you see how you can show your trust to God? You lose, you hold the Bible. In a game which I'm beating others to make money. Right, right. We have to agree now. You must be a preacher, my brother. I know what to say. Uh, but how many teenagers now, they will watch this and they will learn that the good life is about to be a UFC person. And by the way, do you know like what happened to them when they get older? Boxing, all of this kind of garbage. Do you know what happened? Right now you are young, you don't feel it. It's like smoking. When you smoke, you are young. You know, your body is strong, you're still healthy. You can handle a lot. But then when you get like 50, 60, you will see what will happen to you. Your head will be shaking like a vibration machine. Every hit you get in your head, every hit you get in your head is an injury will stay. Go see what happened to Muhammad Ali, the famous, who converted to Islam because he's stupid again. His head was shaking like a machine non-stop. He cannot even keep his head in one place. So did he gain? What he gained? He spent his life with shaking head, which means he cannot even see an image. He cannot focus on the image. He is not stable in walking. Is that what make me a hero? So it's a damage for spirituality. It's a damage for faith. It's a wrong culture. It's a wrong method of life. And at the same time, it's going to destroy your life. I understand that you might go in a fight with somebody, but you have no choice to defend yourself. He hit you on your head, you hit him, you're defending yourself. This is different. Here I'm John voluntarily going in the top of a stage just to beat somebody so I can make money. The whole purpose is not about God. So what our friend here, and again, I don't know the guy, I'm not putting him down. What he is doing what the Muslims do. They claim that when like a Muslim, he go and Allahu Akbar, Alhamdulillah, Takbir. What the heck is that? You are in the stage naked, which is against Islam. According to Muhammad, the one who show his body, even his knee and above, is naked man. So you are naked from the top, you are naked from the bottom, and now you are a true Muslim. In Christianity, all of this is forbidden. We don't beat people to make money. We don't use the name of God in vain. That's what he's doing. He's using the name of God in vain. He's not promoting Christianity. We don't want someone to promote Christianity in such a way. We don't want Muhammad Ali to promote Christianity. This is not Islam. This is disgusting. Terrorists, they promote the religion by violence because people who join this terrorist religion, they like violence. Violence, if it's meant just for the purpose of violence, it is from the devil. Violence, if it's meant for the purpose of money, it's from the devil. Violence meant to defend yourself, that is godly. Why? Because he gave you the right to defend yourself. And you have no choice. So we have to examine what those people do and not to listen to them because they are fabricating and flipping the truth upside down. And if you have a son, you have a kid, don't let them listen to those people. They are corrupting your children. They are the woke culture. This is the woke culture. They claim that they are against the woke culture. Then we go interview someone like Andrew Tate. May Allah bless his tits. A man who have no dignity, no ethic. He brag about how he fool women, how he cheat on them, how he lie to them, how he make them think they, he's a lover boy, and how he get rich. And he teach people how to get rich by making women work in porn, using them. This is the ethic we have now. The tits boy, he is so proud he have 500,000 people listening to him live. Do you see how bad the society is? Do you see what kind of a generation we are going to have? Criminals. A generation of a crime and criminals. If their best example is a porn star, manipulator, human trafficker, and he is the one who will give you PhD, but he himself don't have high school. Who can believe that time will come that someone like Muhammad, he become a master, but the guy do not know how to write his name? And Andrew Tates, who don't have high school, he want to give you a PhD. $300. You want to get a PhD? Andrew Tates can give you a PhD. But the guy himself don't have high school. And the stupid ones, they pay for it. And he get rich and you get poor. And then they wonder why in schools there is shooting and why there is shooting in the street and why there is robbery. Well, everybody want to get rich. That's what you taught them. You taught them how to get rich. Who is now the best example of getting rich according to Tucker Carlson? Watch his show and you will see. So I know, I hope people will listen, but I know that people will not care. Still, those are very massively famous people, and people will not listen. And the more famous you are, the more people, sadly, they follow you. Not because you are truthful, but because you are famous. That's it. If you are famous, people will take pictures with you, regardless if you look ugly or good. If you are not, they will take pictures with you only if you look good. If you are famous, people will invite you to be in their dinner just because you are famous. So they can gain, like, do you know who was in my wedding? No, who? A pimp, very famous pimp, porn star. Once I moved to a neighborhood, and the neighbor, he invited me. He said, "Hey, neighbor, come drink or drink something with us. Introduce you to my family," because I shake hands with him already. And then there is a girl. She is his stepdaughter. She said to me, "Do you know my cousin?" I said, "How I will know your cousin?" I don't understand. She said, "My cousin is a famous porn star." I said, "Really?" She said, "Yeah, I have a CD for her inside. Do you want to watch?" I just sat in the front of their house, not even 5 minutes. She have a cousin, and she is so proud. "Do you know my cousin?" I said to myself, "Who is the cousin of this? This must be, a big family, something." I said, "No, sorry, I don't know." She said, "Oh, really? You never heard of my cousin?" I said, "No." She mentioned the name. I said, I never heard of this name." She said, "Oh, she is very famous." I said, "What she do?" She said, "She's a porn star." I said, "Oh." And not only that, the mother, she said to her daughter, go get him some CDs. What? Go and get him some CDs? I said to myself, what a blessed family I am going to be their neighbor. They are so proud that the cousin is a successful person. And they want to share with me the treasure of success. And then I said sorry, it's okay, I just moved in and my, VCR in the boxes. I don't want to say, So she said, oh, we can watch it here together. Let's go inside. She want to watch it with me. Let us watch it together. So I said, no, thank you. Okay, I understand, but I don't really watch those things. And then you see their look like, he is one of those weirdo. So we are in a time where if you are a porn star, you are a guest in Tucker Carlson show. And he support you. And not only that, he fly to meet you even if you are under arrest. Look how important is the meeting. I fly all the way to Europe. At least this guy is not a porn star. At least he did not do anything wrong, legally. But this is what they are trying to put in your head. That kickboxing is the way to be rich. Beating people is the way to get rich. Claiming to be religious when you are in fact not. Using the name of God in vain to promote our gain. It cannot get ugly more than this. And now let us see how many people watch this video. I guarantee you not too many. But it's okay. I will do my part, regardless who watch and who don't. Anyone have a question for me? Look, I just saw in the news, suddenly Putin, he support Trump. There we go. Anyway, do you think Duterte did a good thing by leaving Christianity, and how he left the Christianity when he left Christianity? A guy is a pimp. He left the Christianity. Is that a stupid question or a stupid person making a question? If somebody spent his life selling drugs since his early age, this is what he said. He sold drugs for a living, and then he switched to pimp. So when he was a Christian, people say stupid things. How he left the Christianity? He was a monk. This is why we laugh at some people's questions, because obviously they don't think, I meant he was shame to Christianity anyway. Those people don't have no shame. I mean, this guy is first of all, nobody is shame to Christianity because you shame yourself. If I do something wrong, that's because I did something wrong, not Christ. You can use that as a statement, he's ashamed to Christianity, to insult the person, but the shame is your shame. If I do something wrong now, if I go and rob or kill or rape a woman, that is my shame. That is not the shame of Christ. Christianity is a Christ, it's not me. Anyway, I think we have enough for today. I hope you guys listen to me and think about it. Can we? This is my major question I want to say to you before we finish. Can I be against Ilhan Omar and Talib, and in the same time I am with Andrew Tate? Is that possible? How? How Tucker Carlson is against Ilhan Omar and he is supporting Andrew Tate? Both of them, they want to commit genocide against the Jews. How Tucker Carlson is against the woke community or the woke, so-called woke culture, but he is the one who supports a pimp who promotes woke. That conservative for him is to be a porn star, is to fool women, use them, manipulate them, lead them into porn business to make money and get rich. How Tucker Carlson is a friend of the enemies of the Jews and the Christians? You need to answer that, not me. If a Tucker Carlson, he is what he claimed to be, conservative, which is very flexible word these days. Tucker Carlson will not be with Andrew Tate for a second. Can he be? Is that possible? Is that possible that I can be supporting Hamas in Romania against Hamas in USA? This is who Tucker Carlson is. And this is reality. You can go right now, watch the interview between him and Andrew Tate, the pimp. And you will see how totally both of them, they are in agreement in everything. Andrew Tate, he supports killing the Jews. Andrew Tate, he supports the genocide against the Jews, and he supports jihad against the Christians. Andrew Tate, he believed that the best Muslims is Taliban. I'm lying, go check it out. How they agree together. Is Tucker Carlson supporting Taliban or he's against Taliban? What makes them friends? Who is the friend of whom? Simply, Tucker Carlson is a scumbag. He have no friends. The whole story is this guy become in the mouth of everybody. So I have to get my piece of cake of this guy. So he used him. The same he used the other Christian guy who we just saw today, his video. He used him for his show publicity. What is the trend? Let us with it bend. So he bent down to a pimp and he sponsored a pimp and he said 1,000 F word in his interview. At the same time, he claimed to be conservative. Supporting someone is anti-Christianity, making fun of the Bible, making fun of women, and this is supposedly what makes us conservative. And now Tucker Carlson, who just spoke in his video with this Christian gentleman, that he have a good wife. Obviously, for Tucker Carlson, good wife is someone asleep with Andrew Tate too. Because good man make a good woman too, or he meet good women. The Quran says so. Bad women for bad men, and good women for good men. Very awkward culture. And how stupid is your generation? You've been warned that you've been deceived. But who want to listen? I confront you, only few. Thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you. And don't forget not to make a comment, because I don't really care if you make a comment. I used to get upset from the view, but I understand. In order to have a view, I have to have a such an entertainment show, like ha 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 ho ho ho. That's what make you have more people watching. Like you see somebody says, we need Abdul to call a Christian prince because people they enjoy UFC. It's not about we are sharing the truth. No, they are seeking nothing but entertainment. It's not about what we are saying, how serious it is. It's about how funny. So we join people, we give them a view because they are funny. It's a comedy show. If I sponsor a hatred message, they will join. If I sponsor bullying, they will join. If I say something serious, they will not listen. Fame, fame is the enemy of every man and woman. It's your enemy. And those people, they worship themselves. They worship their fame. This is why their name is so important. Because it's all about their names. They want their names to be printed everywhere. To be spoken about it everywhere. And that's how they make money. Christian Prince, I am a gay. I have a crush. Are you joking now, Sajad, or you want me to block you? Be careful. I don't tolerate those kind of words. Maybe someone else using his name. Anyway, let us see. Yeah, anyway, if we want to go back to our common sense is what the Bible says, is not your FC fighter says. Common sense is that we are people of Christ. We preach the gospel not by holding the Bible on a stage where we beat people for the sake of money. Common sense is not promoting Christianity in a stupid way. What about we make a porn movie? At the end of the porn movie, I hold the Bible and say the Bible set me free. This is exactly what they are doing. They are acting like the same as Mohammedans. True belief, true faith, true God do not need a cat is not walking over a book so we can prove it is a holy book. All of this is nothing but a fraud. When you see somebody making a video that a cat is not moving, walking over his book to prove to us that this is a book from God, how stupid a human being is to believe in such a garbage. How dummy. So you think we are in the year 2023, but in fact we are still in the cave time. In fact, a human being is getting more stupid, more and more. We are not getting smarter, we are getting more stupid. Prove me wrong. A cat will approve my book? A blonde woman, she converted to Islam, she did not know how to read 2 words in the Quran. She watched a video and somebody reciting Quran, this make me cry. You know, those are emotional, stupid people. They don't know what they don't know even what they are listening to. An Arab guy like me who understands Arabic very well, I laugh at the Quran, the same Quran she is listening to. And by the way, this is something you hear always about. Like when I was in Thailand, I saw a bunch of white people, and I don't know what's up with those white people. Don't take me wrong, I'm not racist. Me myself, supposedly I'm white, as they say. But I saw stupidity between white people. I cannot see it anywhere. Tens of thousands of hippie white people going to free Palestine. They don't even know where Palestine is located. Most of them, they never heard of it. In Thailand, you walk in the street, you will see a guy, he's holding, actually I saw that in my town in the state, a guy, he's holding a sign, have a sun in it, and he's wearing a orange robe. Every day I see him. So I said to him, what is this? He said, this is my God. I said, really? This is your God? I said, do you like to talk about your God? He said, talk to my God. And he point his, he point like he's holding the sign in his hand, and the other hand, he said, talk to my God. I said, but your God is a paper. How I can talk to him? What about I talk to you? And you talk to God later? He shake his head. He didn't want to talk to me. He's wearing this, he's a white man, This God now, a sun, he have a sun, a picture of a sun with the golden color, holding the sign in the top of his head. Every day he walk in the same street. So I said, I need to talk to this guy, see what's going on with him. He refused to talk to my God. You see those people, hippie, blonde people everywhere. You see them inside Guru. You know the movie is called the Love Guru? The Love Guru, maybe it's comedy, but have a lot of truth in it. Even though it's like filthy language, but it's showing you how trashy the society become. Women, they come and all of them, they are rich and wealthy from, like, where is Sadhguru? He go and do seminar in Hollywood, California. What about going to the slum of Philippines? He will not get money there. All right, Sajid, but be careful. Don't be stupid. Don't say stupid stuff, my friend. People will believe it when you say those things. Uh, anyway, if we are going to learn from those people how to live, how to be successful, my friend, you are doomed. You and your children. You are doomed. Joe Biden is the last one to teach us how to live. He's corrupt to the bone. All of them, they are corrupt. I assure you that nobody sees government with his teeth unless he have a benefit. Otherwise, government job don't pay very well. And I'm sure you know that, right? I'm sure you know that very well. Government job is not what make you really worthy. Why Trump he won it, why Biden he won it, why Obama he won it. We know why. None of them want to serve you. They want to suck your blood. However, when we support somebody, at least the one who agree with the value, some of the value, not all of our value, against the guy who don't agree with any of our value. That's all. Otherwise, all of them, they are corrupt. Nancy Pelosi, she is in the office all her life. I mean, the woman, she should be retired a century ago, but she will not leave because she is in charge of the stock market, making millions and millions every month. So we are not as stupid, at least us. Maggie, I don't understand, my friend Maggie. I don't know if your name is female or male. Maggie, usually it's a female. Oh, brother, I know that not supposed to say because it is not subject, but I have fallen so much back. Help. I don't know how I can help you with this sentence. How I can understand you fallen back where and what happened to you. I mean, is that really a message for me to read and to understand what's going on? Where I get a verse in the Quran about the book is written in a simple way. Okay. Let us show you the verse. No problem. So we can say we are done with this topic for now. And now let's go and answer this brother who needed verse in the Quran. It's getting so cold. I don't know if you think my voice is shaking now because of the cold. Okay. Hold on. I'm not able even to type correctly. It's all right. All right, this is the verse you are seeking. This is the first one. I will show you the other one. Chapter 47, verse number 24 says, why do they not then earnestly seeking understanding the Quran, or their heart is locked up by them? This verse is very stupid again, because the Quran itself says that Allah is the one who closed the hearts of those people who don't understand the Quran. And then He is the same God is asking them. The reason they don't understand, because their heart is locked up. This is how stupid the Quran. The other verse is chapter 4, verse number 82, the same chapter. Do they not consider the Quran or understand the Quran? Had it been from other than Allah, they would surely have found therein a contradiction. But let me show you a contradiction for what we just said. The verse before it, remember that, take a note. In chapter 4, verse number 24, it says that the reason they don't understand the Quran because their heart is locked up. Okay, no problem. But who is the one who locked up their heart? Remember, the Quran says if you find one contradiction, this book is not from God. Chapter 2, verse number 7. Look at this. Who is the one who sealed their heart? Do you see it? Do you see how easy to debunk this garbage religion? So one verse saying the reason they don't accept Quran because their heart is locked. The other verse says that Allah has set seal on their heart. So we blame who? Them or Allah? You tell me. Do you see why we are blessed that Muhammad is a fool? If Muhammad was so smart, he will make it so difficult on us to get him busted. But thank God, Muhammad is a certified foolish man. Not only he is a fool, he is a certified, otherwise say the word donkey. Donkey is way smarter. So now we claim that those people who don't understand the Quran, they will go to hell. In the same book it says that the one who sealed their heart is Allah. So who is the guilty? Are you with me? As the Chinese, they said, he left as a donkey, he never came back as a horse. And that is Muhammad. So we are grateful that Muhammad is just a stupid person, for he cannot keep his mouth shut, and he keep giving gifts like Joe Biden. And the more he talk, the more poo-poo he make. In fact, I believe the Quran was way bigger than this. Umar ibn Khattab, he says, the Quran was 1,025,000 letter. Right now, we don't even have 20% of what Umar ibn Khattab, he said. Who is the one who ate the Quran? I tell you, they filter all kind of garbage and they throw it out. Otherwise, there is no way that 1,025,000 letter, they became 270 something thousand. We have more than 75% or even more, maybe 80%. You can calculate the number. You can check what the Muslims claim right now about the numbers. There's no way that all, and they say to us the Quran is preserved. And this is one of the most laughable thing. And then we find that even the goat ate the Quran. And Allah could not stop a goat. If this God could not stop a goat, and the funny is how the goat ate the Quran, but the cat don't walk in the Quran. I think we need to ask a philosopher about that, to understand the behavior of animals. The Muslim, they make a video about the cat not walking in the Quran. And then we find that a goat ate the Quran. So did the goat eat the Quran without walking on it too? So if the cat changed her diet, she will start eating Quran, but she will not walk in the Quran? So the Quran being eaten by goats, yet they say in their books, and they say to us the Quran is preserved. And then we ask them, where is those verses? They say it's missing. If you ask any Muslim, where is the verses of a breastfeeding for adult? Is it in the Quran? They say no. Okay, what about the verse of stoning to death? Is it in the Quran? They say no. But have you ever heard of a Muslim saying the Quran is not preserved? So the blood goat sent by the Mossad, we have to blame the Jews. I assure you that this goat was trained by the IDF. She went to the cave of Muhammad, Hamas. The goat, she have a GoPro in the top of her head. Meh, meh. And she went inside the cave. The Mossad agent, they were guiding the goat. You know how they guided? It's a goat. You cannot guide the goat. Very easy. In the top of the head, they have an antenna for the GoPro. In the same time, they hang a carrot. Carrot, you know carrot? So this antenna can go up and down. So when they want the goat to stop, they put the antenna go up so the goat will look up and will stop walking. They cannot walk because they are looking up. When they want the goat to walk, they make the antenna go down in the front of the goat so the goat keep going. So they send the Mossad, what we expect, the Jews, brother, the Jews. So they send the goat to the house of Muhammad. Muhammad is dead. Look at this. Muhammad is dead. In the top of the bed, the goat, she jumped in the bed. She flipped Muhammad. She got the Quran. She started flipping pages. And the Mossad telling them, not this page, not this page, not this, hey, this page. No, 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 this one, no, don't eat it. No, not this one, the other one. And then after they commanded the goat to eat the Quran, they were able to make the goat escape. And until now, nobody knows where the goat is. So if you have any idea about the goat who ate the Quran, don't forget to report them to Hamas, because Hamas are very serious about getting revenge. You know, all those stories, by the way, are very accurate, and Muslims cannot say it is not true. But I mean, who knows what happened exactly? You know, nobody knows really. I mean, who is behind the conspiracy? Who promote the conspiracy? We do not know. But all what we know, that the goat is guilty as goaty. How in the world even the goat was able to know which book to read? Oh, there's only one book there. Hello, you know. And I heard that the goat was trying to change the name of the Quran. This is the whole purpose. She was a celebrity goat, and she was upset because they are writing books not about her no more. So she decided to herself, I'm not going to let this happen. Either my name in the front or no book. And since then, the war started between the goat generation and Allah. And now we prove to you that Allah must be the God of goats, who can forbid goats from eating his book, or he can allow them to eat his book. Remember, according to the Quran, everything happened by the will of Allah. So if the goat ate those verses, it was the will of Allah. Peace be upon him. Thank you all for watching, and enjoy your day with some goats. And don't worry, goats are not going to eat your book unless it is the Quran, because it's very tasty. See ya. God is good, so is Jesus. Amen. Take care.